Hello there, thanks for joining me, and not out hiking or camping today, but it's new boot day, so not a review, just a first look at my new boots, just in case anyone's interested, but it would be probably more of a review of these old things that have done good service, and just tell you why I've what I've made of these and over the years, and what I think the shortcomings are. So these are my old Hi-Tec leather boots, which I got from Go Outdoors. I think I paid about £90 or something like that, and they're still available. There's a couple of makes or a couple of models. This one's got the Vibram sole. There is a cheaper version that's just got a kind of proprietary sole, and I believe they were made out of Hungarian full grain leather, waterproof, not Gore-Tex but Gore-Tex like membrane, and they've served me well. I don't keep a log of how many miles I do, but it'll be well into 4 figures, I'm guessing, and the leather's held up really nicely. It's not cracked in any way. All I've done is use the usual wax treatment all the time. So the only reason I'm kind of retiring these, and I will probably get a few more miles out of them, but they've just gone a little bit kind of slick at the back. There's not much grip there, and it's getting a little bit shallow in certain places around the boot. Apologies for all the crud on them. They're in need of a good clean. So yeah, for anything a little bit too technical or dangerous, they are getting a bit dicey. So I'll use them on just normal hikes, and who knows, I'll probably get another couple of 100 miles or more out of them. So before I go on to my new boots, what I feel is the shortcoming of these is that, like, I personally, I know everybody has their own opinions, but I love I'll walk in walking trainers and all of that sort of thing, but for a lot of the time I prefer leather boots, and I just keep them well treated and everything. Now, because I don't tend to spend an awful lot of money on boots, I think the shortcoming on these is, although they are kind of Gore-Tex lined, the tongue isn't leather, it's a fabric, and that Gore-Tex lining sort of is kind of sewn in around the tongue, which is kind of fine when they're new, but like with the reason I don't like most sort of man-made boots is that Gore-Tex, after 6 months you hear people complaining that it's not quite what it was like when it was new, and that was the case that I found with these. And whilst I kept the leather all fully treated after virtually every walk, at first I was kind of trying to protect that tongue. I've used sort of DWR coatings on it, but not getting kind of wax on it. But eventually my feet were getting wet, and I just thought, I'm just going to wax everything kind of thing, and right down into the seams and all of that sort of thing. And that has improved it, and they are more waterproof now that I'm waxing the tongue on it. But it is the weak point of these boots. So I thought, when I replace them, I'm going to get something that's got a full leather tongue. But they've served me well, and I believe they're still on sale in Go Outdoors, and yeah, the uppers have stayed connected to the sole completely, and can't really fault them apart from that one thing. So let me show you what I've decided to go for now. I've been tracking the price on these for ages, and keeping an eye on this manufacturer, Grisport, because a YouTuber who I well respect, who actually does a lot of sort of youth groups, and I think he actually does. I'm not sure whether he actually has an outdoors shop himself, and I noted that he was selling these. Now the only thing I haven't got a dealer where I can go in and see these Grisport boots anywhere locally. So the only risk with this was buying online, which is, you know, it's not ideal for footwear. But anyway, I decided on they've got loads of models, both leather and man-made materials, but I decided on this Grisport Avenger. And yeah, they're a kind of I think they're not actually made in Italy, but they're Italian leather and designed in Italy. And they're a design of boot that I've had before. I don't think it was from Grisport, but it was Italian leather. And those were probably the best boots I've ever had. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember what make they were. But if you look at these, you know, really nice full grain leather, Vibram sole again, nice and grippy. This has got a, you know, leather cuff round the top, full leather tongue. I'm very pleased with them. Now, list price, they go at, I think, 125, and I've been tracking them on the internet, and you can generally get them for 95, 90, and then they seem to go out of stock in my size, and I just thought, oh, I'll just have a look again, and I checked on Amazon, and they actually had my size in. A size 8 I take in boots, 42 EU size, and they had them at £70. So I thought, well, even though I've still got a few miles left in my old ones, I'll jump at that. I think they are 640 grams each on average, depending on your size. So 1280 grams for a pair. So not lightweight, but, you know, not heavy. Kind of what I'm used to, I guess. Appear, as I say, extremely well made, and very comfortable on. Again, they have what Grisport call a Sympatex lining. I think Grisport have a range of their own proprietary waterproof linings, and the Sympatex is the top of their range. So yeah, as well as the leather, which will obviously keep waterproof, you've got the benefit of that. I just don't think that it's reliable as a long-term protection myself. That's my own personal view, and why I don't go for synthetic boots. But there you have it. As I say, they feel really good quality, and for £70, I'm certainly not complaining. I think what I'll do is I'll break these in and then use them on any sort of like slightly more technical walks that I might be doing until I've had the last few miles out of my old Hi-Tecs. So there you go. New boots, Grisport Avenger. Thanks very much for watching. See you on another video very soon. Bye now.